What's up everyone? Just got done editing a video for our kids church service for Sunday, and so that is rendering and uploading, and now we're gonna go see what Rachel is up to. I think she was filming a cleaning video, and boom, here she is.
I'm not filming a cleaning video, I'm just cleaning. Filming a cleaning video later this week.
So there you go. She's actually just filming later. So today she's just cleaning just because she likes to clean. Definitely not because I'm a slob and don't help. Right? Right. Well, that was pretty fun, although I did think she was filming, so I thought we were gonna get a sneak up on her while she was filming, but turns out she was just cleaning anyways. All right, on to tonight's video. So I thought that since our living room is all nice and clean and set up now with our new couch, that I would show you guys our wonderful movie collection. So here it is. Yes, we still have a whole bookshelf of movies plus my Nintendo Switch sitting there. I don't think Rachel's noticed it yet, otherwise she would ask me why it's sitting out. All right, so here we go. Up on top, we have the Avengers. This is Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 1. And then right next to it, we have Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 2. It's got this nice orb that when you open it up has Infinity Stone. This has a Tesseract in it. This isn't a movie, but we did get this with the movie. It's a Jurassic World lunchbox that we got when we bought Jurassic World. All right, and then we have, I'm not gonna name all these movies because it's seriously a bunch, but we'll just kind of scroll through them here. So we have all of these movies lined up here, and we had these organized at one point where they were kind of like sorted by genre. And then this shelf was kind of double stacked with a bunch of like romantic comedies and chick flicks, and then just a hodgepodge of other things that didn't really belong anywhere else. And then down here we have animated movies, and then some comedies that were more just like generic kind of comedies there. And then we get down here. This was like our Christmas / holiday themed movies, and there's a couple sitting here. Then we got into like monster movies, which was like mostly shark movies for us. And then our massive Star Wars collection was all there, all the way across, ended by the Lord of the Rings Blu-ray collection. And then our bottom shelf here is a bunch of TV series that are on DVD. So these aren't technically movies, I suppose, they're just TV shows. And this is all of Rachel's Lost collection over here. And then some like workout videos on top of those that have a spot there. And then like I said, the Nintendo Switch is sitting here because I did have it behind the TV, but I found that with it behind the TV, sometimes the Joy-Cons have a hard time communicating with the Switch because the TV's in the way. So I've moved it over here last time I plugged it back up, but I haven't actually played anything since I moved it. So I'm not 100% sure that it solved my problem, although I'm pretty sure it will because I've used the Joy-Cons from pretty far away without issues until we moved here and I had to put it behind the TV because I didn't have it anywhere else for it. In the apartment, it was in front of the TV, but the TV sat further back than this one does. This one's much wider, and it sits further forward because of the way its base is. So there it is, our little quick walkthrough of our movie shelf. I used to have, before I got married, and this didn't end because I got married, but before I got married, I used to have a whole shelf that had like all of my video games on it. And the reason I actually don't have that anymore is one, we have actual books on that other bookshelf. But two, and this is the actual real reason, is shortly after we got married, I started buying all my games digital. I just downloaded them straight to my consoles. It just makes more sense. I think I've only ever traded in like 2 games, like ever. So it just didn't make sense to me to keep buying games at full price that I'm never gonna return. And while yes, it would be cool right now to have like every game I bought last generation sitting out next to every game I bought prior to that and every game prior to that, all the way back to the Super Nintendo. Our house just doesn't quite have the space for that. And even if it did, I think it'd be cool to have all my consoles like out that I'm not using anymore. But I don't know that I need to have like every game I've ever purchased sitting out. There are some like Super Nintendo games I think would be cool to have sitting out, and maybe some Nintendo 64 games and some GameCube cases. And I would have like a couple Xbox games sitting out that I really like. But last generation, there were a lot of awesome games that I like, but I don't regret going digital because it's much better when I'm sitting on the couch. I can just switch games without having to get up and change the disc. I know that's like serious first world problems, but it's the truth. Plus I could be like, oh, it's so green, but like, let's be real. Like people are still making and buying discs that unless everybody stops buying discs instantly, it's not gonna make that much of a difference. So really, it's just because I didn't want to store them anymore and because it's a lot more convenient. So there won't ever be like a big bookshelf of all my games anymore. Maybe someday there'll be a bookshelf with like all my consoles lined up and a couple of like my favorite games. So I might have to go back and like buy some cases for some of my old games from the last generation. Otherwise, it just won't ever happen. But that's okay, because I have tons of other stuff to display. And one day, I will show you all the stuff that you've seen in the background of some of my other videos. Until then, that's all for today. Peace.